Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. It is Monday, August 26th. Yeah, August 26th, 2019, Monday. Welcome back. I'm back again. It is a very gloomy, rainy day here in Chicago. It is actually quite cool. Temperatures are expected to reach about 72 today in the south side of Chicago, which is quite odd this time of year, being that we are in, mid to late August. We usually see temperatures around 80 to 90 degrees in this particular area of the world, and farther south in Indianapolis, where I tend to spend more time, we get temperatures in 80s and 90s constantly. But we are only experiencing 70s for the week with lows in 50s and 60s. So temperatures are dropping into fall-like weather. What's that mean for us? We'll see. In today's news, I was reading Google headlines. So in today's news, this is entertaining. Starbucks is rolling out their fall pumpkin spice new drink for the fall. That's what is in the headlines. Trump did something and made China mad. Something about trades and blah blah blah. It's all Trump's fault. Blah blah blah. What else in today's news? Oh, severe weather. They're expecting severe weather somewhere in the Midwest. Chicago, Indiana, severe weather. That's the headlines for today. That's what Google News said. I read it like 5 minutes ago. It was entertaining. At least I thought it was entertaining. It was entertaining to me because it's supposedly news. But I was watching other videos and things throughout the weekend, and in real news today, there's 38 active volcanoes. 38 on the planet right now. That's excessive. Volcanoes, earthquakes. Scientists are saying all of our earthquakes are now going to be a lot worse than what they are used to. So earthquakes are getting worse, and we're experiencing a lot more of them. Average earthquake now is like 6 point something on their scale. There's been earthquakes happening all over the world. California, California is expected to have earthquakes, but they seem to be getting worse, and we've experienced some here and there, but more frequently. Now, people, when they prepare for things like natural disasters and earthquakes are usually something on your mind, especially if you live in an area that doesn't experience earthquakes quite often. Earthquakes can be quite devastating. If you ever see people in those areas, I've seen videos of people in California, they get earthquakes all the time, but recently you see them running outside of stores when one of these bigger earthquakes happen. They literally run. Why do they run? Because they think the roof is going to fall on them. Why do they think that? Because it happens. The roofs fall on people. They really do. Especially in places like department stores, that the roof is made out of thin pieces of sheet metal on top of rafters that have been bolted together with bolts with some guy like me that climbs up a ladder and a screw gun. And yeah, seriously, that's what's holding it together. So, I wouldn't trust it either. Just saying. Water shortages. There are millions of people right now all over the world that's without water. All over the world. Like literally. Some parts of the world are experiencing record-breaking rains. Like here in the Midwest, record-breaking amounts of water have fallen already this year. We have broken many records. Local records, regional records have been broken. Rainfall total amount records, rainfall in a single day, rainfall in a single hour, rainfall totals, just the amount of rain we've had in a single month. I mean, we've broken so many records. Temperature records, and we're experiencing temperatures that are reminiscent to back in the 80s and 70s and 60s when we actually had winter. Do you remember winter? If you don't remember winter, if you live in the Midwest and you haven't experienced a real winter in the last 7 or 8 years, and real winter in the Midwest, in case you don't remember, starts in about October, right around the middle to end of October when you start seeing snow. And this is probably anywhere in northern Illinois type area, central to northern Indiana, Illinois, central Ohio, all the way up north. This is where winter usually happens this time of year. Well, used to. We're about to see that again, in my opinions. FEMA is worried about losing infrastructure. Water is one of their biggest concerns. If we lose water pumps or water treatment facilities, some reason water cannot get to homes anymore, then we have issues. A lot of people are dependent on city water. A lot of people, millions of people, in fact, go into Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. These people are dependent on city water. They cook with it. They clean with it. They drink that stuff. Don't ask me why, but they do. You are probably dependent on city water. How do you think the bottles of water that you drink, like this one from Kroger, it's Kroger water, how do you think that water gets into the bottle? Where do you think it comes from? It comes from city water. I mean, if you read the back of this thing, it's processed by reverse osmosis, meaning they went to somebody's kitchen tap, not literally, but same water, same tap. They went to tap and they filtered the water, they put it in the bottle, and they shipped it to you. Quite literally, they took it out of the sink. I mean, it's a bigger sink. It's a machine, whatever. It's still a sink. It's sink water. That's what's in this. And it's just filtered sink water. Why are they filtering it, but you drink it out of your sink? You probably don't go to your sink and fill up a bottle of water and take it to work with you or whatever, take it to the gym. You don't do that, right? You still cook with it. You make rice. You ever made rice with your sink water? Shower, you know your skin's porous, right? You get that sink water, it goes into your skin. I could give you water reports and show you the chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and feces that's in your water if you'd like. I could. Save that for another video. But yeah, we've experienced record floods. We're experiencing record earthquakes. We're experiencing food shortages. We're experiencing volcano eruptions. And this is, we're talking globally now. I'm not localizing it to Midwest or even United States or even North America. This is global. We're having food shortages globally. Every major country, major first world country, China, United States, Russia, England, we're all experiencing it now. Everybody. It's the way it is. But, you know, Starbucks has a new drink, pumpkin spice. That makes it all better, right? It's what the news says. Starbucks. That's important. It's important when you have 38 active volcanoes that Starbucks has a new drink. I wonder if other countries' news services are just as completely retarded as the United States. If they just blurt out whatever kind of BS comes to their mind just to make, you know, a show. I could do that too. I could just, what comes to my mind right now? I wonder why there's a G on that trailer over there. The trailer number is 135. It doesn't matter. I could sit here and make videos about that one's brown, that one's blue, that one's green. It doesn't matter. But that's what the news service does. Because Starbucks has a new drink. And it's all Trump's fault. I don't know if it's Trump's fault that Starbucks has the drink, but Trump did something, it's his fault, right? Because he's the one in control. Yeah. So, anybody remember the weather back in the 70s? I don't. I wasn't alive. 70s, 60s, 50s. Look up weather reports. You can go to the Farmer's Almanacs at your local library. You can look up what the temperatures were like in those years. You can look up weather reports from old newspapers if, you know, you still have a library in your area. You can look them up online too, probably, but I wouldn't trust it. Go to the library. Actually look it up. Just once in your life, walk into a library and look up old weather reports just to see what it was like. Because I know. I've talked to people. I know people from the late 70s, early 80s that used to, this time of year, their birthday is in, say, October, November, right in that vicinity, early November. Used to have snow, you know, ankle to knee deep that time of year. Let's thank the driver next to me for not having any kind of grease on his truck and making that sound. I'm not sure if the video picked it up, but that was obnoxious. And quite entertaining also. Alright, so that's about all for today. Earthquakes and floods in our local news is talking about Starbucks. I really got nothing else. I don't think it can get any more grim than your local news talking about, or this isn't even local, this is national news. Your national news is talking about Starbucks and how it's all Trump's fault that China's mad. I mean, seriously. Let's see how much more flooding we get. Hey. Oh, yeah. Like I said, winter is coming. I'm going to do that whole Jon Snow thing. Winter is coming. Like, literally, we're going to have snow by the end of, or by the beginning of October. My predictions. Let's see if I'm right. I hope not, but we'll see. That's it for today. I'm done talking. I talk too much anyway. See you later.